Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Varden Heste, and we are playing some power washing simulator. Well, power wash simulator. That's the proper name. I just feel like, I just wanted to relax, chill out. Hello, Leather. Hello, Zora. Hello, Alia. Oh, hello, Alia. Guess what? What happened? What happened? Mm-mm-mm. The vampire lives. He does. He does live. Let's see. Alia's surgery was successful. Oh, great. That's amazing. That's good to hear. Very, very good to hear. This was the first game I played with you. It was. And I did enjoy it. I did like it. I just, I never found another reason to play it. I don't know, I just felt like chilling out. Not doing too much today. So I'm go ahead and just spray things down. Dreamer's gone. I'm so happy. That's good. That's good. That's very, very good. He's joining. Oh, that's nice. It's good to have her. Good to have her. I'm glad everything went well. Huh, where's all the dirt? Oh, there's so much dirt. So much. But yes, I think I wanted to talk about something in this particular stream. I was going to say that I was going to be taking a break for a couple weeks. It's only going to be for 2 weeks though. I'll be coming back. What day exactly? Let me look that up. Yeah, what's the day? Coming back around somewhere around the 18th, somewhere around that time, 18th, 19th. But yeah, I'll be taking a little break. I've been doing this for over 2 years non-stop. I need a short break. Well, I need to, think about things. I need time to think about what I actually want to do on this channel, because I feel like I've been kind of stagnant, and I haven't really been taking the time to actually figure out what I want to do. So yeah, I feel like doing that. But we'll miss you all. I will miss you guys as well. But I will be back. I'm not going to be gone forever. I'm definitely not going to be gone forever. Just gotta wash every little surface. Everything. Every little surface. Do. I'm confused. What? I'm here. Oh, I'm just after today, I will be taking a short little break. A short 2-week break. And then I'll be back. What did I miss? You didn't miss much. I was just, talking about I'm gonna be going on a break after this stream for about 2 weeks. I'll be back around on the 18th, somewhere around that time. But yeah, it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, I'm gonna use that time to just relax and think about things, as well as watch anime videos, episodes of anime. Possibly. Actually, I don't know if I'll do that. Probably gonna do more about more of my writing stuff. I do enjoy doing that. Anime is beautiful. It is, which is what I like about it. I do like the animation. I do. Cool. What else? What else? That's about it, I think. Nothing too big. Oh yeah, I'm also considering closing down my Discord because I don't use it. It doesn't get used a lot, and I'm not much of a social media person. So I'm probably gonna close that down and just probably use the Twitter more often. Probably rely more on the Twitter, as well as the community notes on the not community notes but community posts on YouTube. I'll just rely on doing those. Varden, I have great news. Tell me your news. Tell me. He's leaving us? No. Other than my surgery. Tell me. I'm not leaving. Not for good anyway. How do I switch the nozzle again? I completely oh, it's R. I am gonna make animations. Oh, hell yeah. Very nice. Animations are very nice. Very time consuming, but very nice. It's always very special to do those. Well, make as many as you can. And remember, when you start, you won't be the greatest when you start, but with each new animation, you will improve. And that is the point. Remember to constantly do it. Because practice makes perfect. Which is very legitimate. It's a very, you always got to keep doing something in order to get good at it. See, I'm gonna try to, but no problem, I can't draw. Well then, start with drawing. Let's see, yeah, start with drawing. And then eventually you'll get better at that. Just keep drawing, even if it's not good. Because, you know, you will get better over time by just constantly practicing. Constantly doing that. I don't know how. I mean, there's plenty of YouTube tutorials about how to do it. You can always just go on YouTube, look at some tutorials, you know, follow those for a little bit. I believe. You have to learn proportions to understand 3D space. But let's not worry about that just yet. Just draw, you know, just draw things. That's what I suggest. Just keep on drawing. Can you teach me? I can't draw. Just, there's plenty of YouTube tutorials you can follow. One sec, gotta call my nanny. Okay. Plenty of tutorials out there. Shoot, a lot of the things I learned from, for streaming, I learned on YouTube. I just looked up, like, how do you do this thing? And then they teach me. And it was great. She no answer. Oh no. That's alright. I'm sure she's doing great. Start, while watching. That's a good way to do it as well. Although I know some people can do that, but for me, I think I'm one of those people who can't be distracted with things when they're trying to do things, but I know a lot of other people can. Plenty of artists do that. They just watch streams as they draw. Watching streams as they draw. Da 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 dun da 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 dun da da dun da da. There we go. Perfect. Oh, perfect. I didn't even look at this whole house yet. I just kind of started going on the front. But I'm sure there's so much more. So much more. Why won't you come off? I know this is the weakest power washer, so some of this stuff won't come off so easily. See, I got calm music in the background. Nice. It's always good to have calm music. Good old music. You know, there's this one music channel I watch, like, or at least I've subscribed to, and they haven't posted in many years. And I think it's like, I think the person who ran the channel is no longer with us, sadly. But I used to really love that channel. I still subscribe to it, and I still watch the videos and listen to the music. Still very much appreciate the music they brought. to my attention. Hua. Do 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 do. But it's sad just to not see them anymore. Woody woody woody. Do do do. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Doon doon doon. Hua. Hua. I will clean all. Clean everything. This house shall be cleaned. Let's see. I watched streams when I made my new profile picture, mostly because my app would crash midway through, so I would use that to take a break on drawing to refresh my eyes. That's not too bad of an idea. Always gotta refresh yourself. Ugh. Always. Yeah, it's also important not to go too hard on anything, unless you really are just super enjoying it. Like you're obsessed, then it's probably okay to do, constantly work on something. But sometimes you just need to drop it for a few minutes, or 15 minutes, or even just work on whatever you're working on for an hour or two. Shoot, maybe even shorter than that, like 30 minutes. And then, take a break and stuff like that. In case, you're being drained. But, maybe you just constantly like to work on it. I know I am like that when I do my world building stuff. I'll work on that stuff for hours, not even realizing it's been hours. And then sometimes even that, I just need to take a break and be like, okay, I need to have this sit in my head for a bit. Let me think about it before I move on. Like sometimes, like I worked out a whole thing, like a whole outline for something, and then but I don't like fully commit to it, and I have to think about it a little bit. I recommend looking up how perspective works. Alia. Look up perspective. I went to not to school, but when I was in high school, I went to art classes and stuff like that. I never got really good. I was always a bad artist. Yeah. Woody. Not good at all. But I didn't enjoy drawing. I just I never committed too much to it to really get good at it. Hello, Anna. How you doing? Anna Del Na. How are you? How was Lethal Company? Make sure you all like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to Anna Del Na. Yeah, how was Lethal Company? How did that go? I popped in for a short amount of time. I looked in there and see how you guys were doing. Looked like you guys were enjoying yourselves. Woody. Let's go ahead and clean all this. Do. Da. Do. For me, I need to get my ideas down, then work on refining later. That's pretty much how I do it. Like, world building and art's slightly different, but I essentially just write down like bullet points of what I want or what I'm thinking about, and then I'll have to think about it for a bit and see if it's still good, because sometimes I'll think about something and realize, oh, it's actually really stupid. That's actually really dumb. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, sometimes that happens. But other times, you actually, do come up with something that can, that it starts off not good, but when you really think about it and mull it over your head, you realize how you can improve upon it and make it even better. And it's quite nice. There was definitely one I was having trouble with, and I finally figured them out. How to really make them unique. Well, not just unique, but just, a faction that makes sense. A group of people that makes sense. I think I was working out a culture, is what I was doing at the time. Like, how does their culture work out? Let's see. Woody. Woody. Do. Da. See, I'm talking about writing now. Forgive me, I am not making much sense. Oh, you're talking about writing? I see. Well, that's about right. It's about the same thing. Yeah, you kind of, well, how I do it is I'll jot down like basic ideas. Sometimes I'll just, every time something pops in my head, I'll write it down, and then I'll return to it later. Sometimes I'll write entire, scenes for things. Like, usually it's their basic, very basic, like bones versions of a scene. I don't write the whole like description and all that. Just like, like this happens, this happens, this happens, and then like I'll think about a way of how do how does that actually turn into a full on chapter. And I'll jot that for a bunch of different things, and I'll have an idea of when these particular scenes happen within the story. I'm a bit all over the place like that with my how I write stuff, because I don't just write from beginning to end. I write, there's a scene here, and I know generally this is happening at this point, and then there's going to be another scene I wrote over here, and this is generally going to happen over here, and then there's this that's going to happen right after that. It's weird like that. But the in-betweens are actually blank for me. I don't have anything like, how does this get to here? Usually I'll start from here, and then I'll write my way into leading to there. And that's how I do it. Yeah, that's so real though. Yeah, yeah. Like, but that's how I do it. Like, so I'll have like general, like, there's events that happen here and there. These are the events. And then I'll just write, somehow they get to these points. And that's how I do it. I do like that, because sometimes I'll even think about something that's in between that I do like, and it can affect how that point works out. And then how the points after that work out. Yeah, writing is one of those things where there's no like one process, Like sometimes I will be more linearly, but there's always there's just different ways to go about it. I do like this way though, where I'm just kind of have like these events that I kind of daydreamed out, and then I kind of get there somehow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It also doesn't help that I keep working on completely different stories, because I don't have one particular property going. Or a project. I got many different projects going at one time. I have one right here, one over here, and some, I think they all take place within the same kind of world, just different time, the timeline within it, things like that. Like I have one that's like, some of them are more smaller kind of novels that are more focused on a particular character. I have two that are like that. And one that's more focused on a few different characters. It's much bigger in scope, while these ones are much more smaller. And I got one that's more sci-fi. I got a sci-fi one, which also has, it's definitely a lot more like that one, where it has a bunch of different characters. But also has, I also foresee that I can easily do smaller books with smaller stories within that world as well. But yeah. But that's what I've been mostly working on. I really enjoy working on that. It's something I just, every so often, something pops my head, and I'll write it down, or I just got out of the shower because I thought about something and I have to write it down. Things just pop in my head. I watch a YouTube video and suddenly like, oh yeah, that thing. And then I write more stuff. I really had a plot point of someone dies here, and this battle has to happen before the dev. And then I went to MC meets semi-important character, but no idea how the hell they meet. Yeah, I actually have something very similar. I have a character like who is supposed to be a big part of the main group. Like there's this person, this person. I know how these two meet. I know how they meet. But there's this person who's supposed to be a big part of this group, this dynamic. But I don't fully get how they meet. I have an idea. I do have an idea, but it's not fully formed like these two are. So there's definitely stories that they're involved in within, like later within the story, like during the journey, they're heavily involved. It's just the meeting part I'm having trouble with. Yeah, they're definitely like there are three parts of a whole. Is basically how they work. Hua. Hua hua. There's a lot of dirt on this. I have to meet at a bar. Joke, joke. There's always let's see. There's no wrong answer, really. It's really about execution. Like how they meet is honestly like the details about how they meet is really not that important. It's how you accomplish that. I guess you can say, or the execution. That's the word I'm looking for. It's the execution of how it happens, not necessarily the big details. Woody, woody, woody. Do do do. Just gotta clean this side of the house. How dirty is this place? It's not too bad. True. Yeah, honestly, yeah, another thing that people can get held up on in their heads is about having original ideas. But honestly, original ideas is not that important. It's really about execution. It's nice to have original ideas, but not really. I mean, there's a person who literally wrote who got an idea from a crowd. What it was, I think they were having a conversation about like what's important in writing, and one of the audience members was saying that it's good ideas, and the author, of course, disagreed, and they're like, okay, well, and the author's like, okay, give me 2 bad ideas, and the 2 bad ideas was Pokemon and then the Lost Roman Legion. That's what it was. That was the 2 bad ideas. And then, so the author wrote a story about this Roman legion that gets lost in this magical land, and they have to use these monsters to help fight or to help survive in this new land, and that it's basically Roman legion with Pokemon. And it became one of his most popular novels. I don't remember the name of the novel though, to be honest. I just remember the story behind it. So yeah, it's really all about execution, and a good way a good way if you can't really figure out your voice or words don't seem to come to you, make sure just to read. Just read books. That'll help you with your vocabulary and all that. Just make sure just to to read every once in a while. Any books, and don't just read one genre. Read many genres, because even some parts of other genres can influence whatever genre you're working on. That's called inspiration. Wonderful tool. Oh yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, most of my inspiration comes from historical documentaries that I do, or not. Well, I don't do. I watch, I should say, that I like to watch. Historical documentaries, sometimes from other properties, but mostly from documentaries, because mainly the stories within history that I like. There's some stories like real world stories that are so much more interesting than fictional ones. And if you can, because a lot of fictional stories, I mean, not every single one, obviously, just a lot of the big, kind of popular ones, they're always like so either action filled or drama filled, or things are just way more intense in the. I mean, actually, that's kind of a bad way to describe it, because it's not that these real world events were intense, because they were intense. It's just I guess the stakes. Maybe it's what I'm looking for. The stakes are usually like kind of high to a ridiculous point. Sometimes the stakes should be, well, not should. A stake could be that a ship full of supplies needs to get to this location, or else all those people die of starvation, or all these people will, are either under siege or something, and they'll end up having to surrender. And so the story is about getting these supplies there. And the problem is there is whatever obstacles in their way. So it could be really that simple. Just this guy has to get this to there. Or, you know, this group. Got to get that to there. And that can be very intense. Or very, very interesting. I was just watching a documentary video about that. About one. It was Operation Pedestal, as it was called. It was, I believe it was the British was trying to send a relief effort to Malta. And they took heavy losses trying to do that. But there were some heroics that were done in that as well. Very interesting, very interesting. But that's just me. That's just me. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration. I took inspiration of things to happen to characters and personalities from people I met. And a list of traumatic things that happen to people are my main inspirations and things for my life. I can understand that. Yeah, I think the only things that I take inspiration from my my own experiences, it was one in particular, but also just, you know, I don't know, I've always had this innate ability to know or feel how people feel about things. I'm a very empathetic person. So even if I myself, you know, maybe not, I don't know, I can just feel and experience things that other people's, you know, have experienced. And it's something I've always been able to do. Although it doesn't necessarily mean I'm sympathetic, though. Just empathetic. Oh. But yeah, I can be sympathetic, though. Than other medias. Yeah, it's still fine to get inspiration from other medias, you know, your favorite stuff. It's always, you know, good as well. I still do, too. Like, there's certain, you know, other fictional universes or properties or, you know, movies, shows. Sometimes there's something in there that you find inspiration from. And I still get inspired by things like that, too, as well. Like, I think a big influence, if I had to say a fictional universe, I get a lot of inspiration from, or not inspiration, but influences from is the Elder Scrolls universe. I get a lot of my influences from that, as well as the original Dragon Age Origins. Not whatever they have now, it's terrible now, but what it used to be was good. What are we? Showing off your EQ, how dare. EQ. Wait, what's the EQ? My equalizer? My gosh. Gotta take a look at Elder Scrolls. I mean, it used to be good. I mean, it's still good. What they have is still good. It's just I doubt anything in the future they make is going to be as good as, you know, Oblivion, Morrowind, and Skyrim. You know? Emotional intelligence. Oh, is that what that is? Okay. Yeah, I do have emotional intelligence, so I'm able to kind of, like, when I think about my characters that are in their situations, I can, I don't know, I just get a sense of how they feel in those moments, as well as whatever their personality is. It could be different for different characters, how they feel about any particular situation, because each one can be different. What? Yeah, because the same scenario could be different for any character. Also, music's a good way to really get your creative juices going when you're just thinking about stuff. Sometimes you have entire scenarios play out in your head. And it's quite nice. Why aren't you clean? Why aren't you clean? There you go. Okay, there you go. Do. Oh, I didn't clean this. Yeah, it's hard to get these spots because this is the basic power wash. Okay. We're doing quite well. Not gonna lie. Doing very well. Do 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 do. Woody, Woody, Woody. Huh, huh, huh. Me keeps messaging me. They're getting really excited with. I was looking. Sounds like it's going great. It is going amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, EQ, emotional intelligence. But that's all. I'm not actually very smart. I gotta read more. I do. I feel like sometimes I feel like my vocabulary has been getting more and more limited each passing day, and I think it's because I haven't been reading lately. That's probably what's been going on. I feel my words slipping each passing day. Sometimes I feel like, or I'm worried that that I might have like Alzheimer's or something. But of course, it could just be that I'm just haven't been reading. So I'm not able to find the words. Woody, Woody, Woody. Woody, Woody, Woody. I'm getting dumber. Or maybe I'm just getting older, and I'm just getting stupider as I get older. Not able to recall things as quickly as I used to. Let's hope it's due to lack of reading. It could also be lack of sleep, because I haven't really slept all that well last night. And that does, you know, negatively affect your mind quite a bit. But yeah, let's definitely hope it's not something that serious. Because that would be not good. Not good at all. Do do do. Da da da. Da 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 da. Wah. Wah. Sha. 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 Maybe I have to do the top part. Yeah. Do 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 do. Woody, Woody, Woody. Huh. I will clean all parts of your house. All of it. All of it indeed. Oh yeah, I have been considering, because I know my friends like Kaiju and them really, really want to play some D&D. And, you know, we can't really get a DM, but I haven't really DM'd that much before, not really. And, you know, I'm pretty inexperienced, but I might be able to do it, because I think it'd be fun to build a whole, new kind of world and stuff, because I don't like doing preset worlds. I like building them on my own. I take elements from my my past stuff and D&Dify it. D&D is fun. It is fun. It is fun. I do enjoy D&D. I don't like the company that has it, but I do like the game itself. And I probably would just run D&D 5e, because that's the one I do know the most about. Because I tried looking at other systems, but I just don't understand them all that well. Like, Pathfinder is way too much numbers involved. Even more so than most. Woody, Woody. Woody, Woody, Woody. Fireball. Fireball. I've always tried to avoid Fireball anytime I played a wizard, because it's just so ubiquitous with anybody. But I understand why, because it's just such a powerful spell. And I think it's intentionally overpowered, because it's just a fun spell. Gotta clean this poach. Oh no. Gotta do the underside as well. Gotta do the underside. There we go. Oh my gosh. My gosh. Let's see, I am a sorcerer halfling named Carl now. I've always had so many ideas for characters that I never got to play. And that's probably why I want a DM, just to have them as NPCs that they can meet or something. Because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to play any of the characters I've ever thought of. And it's sad. Ugh. Wonder why I'm now Carl? Why are you Carl, Leather? Tell me. Tell me, why are you Carl? I wish to be explained to. do 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 do. Tell me the reasons why. Do do do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Huh. 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 Do do do. Da 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 da. Da 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 do. Huh. Oh my gosh. So much dirt. So much dirt everywhere. I await your words, Leather. Tell me this thing you wish to speak of. So I firebolted Bob. It was a non-nat 20 for hit. Then I rolled a damage and got a 10. Bob only had like 5 HP left at the time. Oh, poor Bob. Poor Bob. How could you have done this to him? To Bob? He did nothing wrong, as far as I'm aware. Oh my gosh, there's a lot here. There we go. Okay. And now both Bob and DM said, Carl, that kills people. Oh. Oh. That's a pretty nice reference. Shoot, what was that called? Llamas with Hats? Is that what it's called? Can't even remember. But that's a good series. I remember that series. Back in the old YouTube days. That and Charlie Unicorn. That was another one. Then call me Carl after we all respond. Nice. Woody. I am Carl Cartmoon. Kurtmoon, not Carl. Kurtmoon. Hello, Kurtmoon. The courteous of moons. They ignored that. Oh. How dare they ignore that? How dare they? How dare they ignore you? My goodness. My goodness. Ignoring Leather like that. My goodness. But yeah, I do want to try, maybe I should try DMing some D&D. If I ever did do that, I probably only have 6 players though. Because I don't know if I can handle more than that. I don't even know if I can handle 6, to be honest. That might be too many. Woody. Ironically, my character is the most OP of everyone, and I made my own character as much of a joke as possible. Sometimes they can be pretty OP, especially if you're just going with a very, niche thing or some kind of build idea to help with the joke. Yeah, sometimes they can get very, very powerful. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Dun da da do. Do do do. Da da. Why won't this be cleaned? Clean for me. Clean for me. Do do. So we got that part. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. But yes. I am a femboy halfling who can't stop flirting with men who have long hair in the campaigns. Oh my goodness. How could you? How could you be an halfling, of all things? Just kidding. I think the only two races I ever play in D&D is either Dragonborn. Well, no, actually it's three. It's three races. It's Dragonborn, Lizard men, and Human. And that's pretty much it. Although I have thought about doing an Asmar as well. But that's just basically an angel human. Woody. But yeah, that's pretty much the only ones I do. Are you yes, you're clean. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hello, Flash. Hello, Flash. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm just here cleaning my... Well, this house is not my house. It's a house. I'm cleaning it. Cleaning it well. Although you weren't here earlier, Flash, I did say that I was going to be taking a 2-week break starting, well, today. I'll be back around the 18th, I think. I'm not sure exactly what day. It'll be 18th, around that time when I usually do my streams. But yes, that's when I will be doing that. As well as I did also say that I'm considering to closing down my Discord since, you know, I don't really use it. And I don't think anybody really uses it, you know. So I've been considering closing down the Discord, but I'm still going to use the community post. And I probably use Twitter a bit more. But the Discord itself, I think, is just... I might close down, only because I don't really do much with it, you know. I mostly hang out in Kaiju's Discord anyway. That's usually where I'm at. Cool. But I think I will do that. True. Cool. But yeah. Now might make a character of an angel human if Kurt dies, is forever gone. Oh no. And I believe that's an Asmar. Asmar is the angel human. And you can do two different ones. You can do the, well, actually three. I think it's three different. There's the fire one, the, you know, the normal holy light one, and then there's the fallen one. And I think the only difference between them is, I mean, well, thematically, obvious is the obvious one. But also the, I think the damage and the resistance is different. For Fallen, it's necrotic. For the standard one, it's radiant. And then the fire one, it's, you know, well, fire. And then they have their own, like, special, like, ability. But they're essentially the same one. Just themed around whatever their element is. Varden, the weirdest shit happened. Oh my gosh, what happened? What happened there, Alia? How could things happen like that? How dared? How dared? Let's see. What could have possibly happened? Tell me, Alia, what is possibly could have happened? Tell me indeed. Just gotta wash all my things. Intense stuff. Oh my gosh. What was the intense things? What intense things could have befallen you? Oh my gosh. Can't even say words correctly. I can't say words. I can't say words. Did I get everything? I wonder if the this is connected to that. Let's see. You see, I'll worry about that later. I know there's a whole roof part I gotta do. Did I not? Yes. There we go. A gosh darn rat came from under my bed and tried to steal my 6-piece chicken nuggets from my McDonald's. What? How dare they try to steal from you? How could they have done this? How could they have done this? My goodness. Should prosecute that rat. My goodness. Darn rat. I know Leather can't see. Well, actually, Leather might be able to see it because they're mod. Woody. That's why rats make me crazy. I'm mad now. Instead of my 6 pieces, it's 5 pieces. Oh my gosh. How could they have done this? Taking your pieces. Although that makes me hungry because I didn't get to have breakfast today. Because I kind of ran out of my groceries. So I'm kind of hungry right now. I'm very hungry. So very hungry. Oh my goodness. Okay, apparently even Pops is out of his rocking chair now, having a look. Oh, nice. Groceries. Yes, groceries. I mean, admittedly, I just have them delivered because I'm lazy. I'm willing to spend the extra money just to have them deliver it at my place. But I did have a leftover, what was it, a Chick-fil-A, I think, sandwich I had. I had a leftover one. So that helped out. I mean, it didn't really fill me up, though. It was basically half of one. I named him Jimmy because a rat in my class named Jimmy keeps effing with me. Oh my gosh. Darn rats. Darn them. How dare they, rat? How dare they be the rat? How dare they? How dares? Oh god. I missed. Got it. Can I ask a favor? Well, it depends. Depends on the favor. I won't guarantee that I will do it because, you know, I'm not sure what you're about to ask. But I'm willing to hear you out. That is what I'm willing to hear. Say hori hori. I will say hori hori. Hori hori. That I can do. That I can do. Hori 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 hori. But yes. But yeah, as for, you know, D&D, I do think I want to do that. You know, maybe do a game with Kaiju in them. I'd probably like to do a test game, though, before I do something like that. Only because I'm not fully confident in my DMing skills, you know. I haven't really done that much. I've tried it out a few times, but I wouldn't say I was particularly good at it. But the only way to get good at anything is to keep practicing and keep trying. So I guess I'll keep trying. I do enjoy the aspects of prepping for DMing, like creating characters and creating scenarios, and you know, also I like doing a lot of the improv stuff with the players. So I do enjoy doing that. I just don't know if I'm particularly great at it just yet. Oh, so this morning I got an idea of an event to happen to a character and can animate the whole scene too. Oh, nice. Sometimes I do think of like music videos in my head of like, you know, me, Varden, of like and songs I make up. So I'll do that sometimes, like a whole animation for it. That's something I definitely want to do. I know that's one of those far off plans that I don't know if that will ever actually happen, but it's something I want to eventually do. It's definitely a goal, you know, that I want to have done. Definitely to have my own animated music video. Ooh. Do. Varden, when did you start live streaming? Live streaming? I've only, let's see, about a little... let's see. When did I? It's, I think it's over 2 years. Or maybe almost 3 years. You know, I was not very good at first, you know. Over time, I've gotten better, but I'm still definitely could be improved. I can definitely still improve. I'm not that great just yet. First like. Oh, thank you. First like. Do. But yeah, it's been a while. I've been doing this for quite a bit. But I wouldn't say I'm particularly great just yet. I can still be better. I think when I first started, I definitely had more of a drive because I was improving, like, with each week. I was adding stuff and things like that, and I was definitely had a more of a drive when I first started. I think I got a little complacent though, which is kind of why I want to do the break, because I feel I'm too complacent, too just, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, and kind of want to try different things, maybe, you know, that people would actually like. So I do want to do that. February 9th. Oh, wow. So it's only been a little over 2 years then. For some reason, I keep thinking 3, but I think I'm just on the 3rd year. You literally are like life swords. Like, I didn't even live your 23rd, like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you enjoy. I'm glad you enjoy. I'm hoping to improve even more. Hoping to at least do even more. There we go. Okay, we got most of the bottom stuff. Just making sure I'm getting all this. Okay. There is Twitch. Oh, yeah. Me and Leather are the only ones here. Oh my gosh. That's where I stream, and I am mobile only. Yeah, I haven't really done any Twitch. I don't think I'm ever gonna do Twitch though. Although I did hear that they're what do you call? Oh, whoops. How do I use this? Is there a way to use this? How do I use it? Yeah. Oh, F. Okay. There we go. That's how. There we go. What was I saying? Oh, I did hear that that Twitter is going to start. I mean, they technically can right now do more get more involved with streaming. I know they technically can do that now, but I believe they're going to be working with some streamers to help improve the UI and help improve you know, Twitter streaming. But yeah. And I hope they're very successful. I want them to be a competitor. Because YouTube, I like the UI and all that with YouTube. It's very easy to use. But I don't know, I would like another, you know, another place that I can try out. That's not, you know, pick. I don't know if I'll ever do that one. I think I'm better off on YouTube than that. Do. Da da da. Do. Gotta clean everything. Okay, how's my corners? Let's see. What device are you on? Oh, yeah. What device could you possibly be on? Do. Oh god. Almost. Oh god, I fell off. I fell off. I fell off, guys. I fell off. I wish power washing was this easy, you know? Actually cleaning things was just that easy. Just spray a bunch of water at it, and it cleans. It can be that easy with some stuff, but not with everything. Not with everything. Because if you're on an old device, you can't do to processing or something. Oh. I see. That does make sense. Oh god. Filling it. Maybe I should go this way. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I wonder, does it ever rain here? Seeing as they have all this stuff here. Do do. I don't know. I do not know whether or not they will be clean. Well, I know I can be hitting that feeling. Never rains. Yes, never rains. Not in this game. Rain is a figment of our imagination. It's not real. It's a government conspiracy. Well, iPhone 13. It should... Wait, 13. Is there even a 13? 13. Actually, I don't even know what iPhone I have, to be honest. I don't even know. There's been so many. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. There is 16 now, so there's oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I have no clue what I have, to be honest. Although I do think I got this one fairly recently. Not like super recent, but I think it's not even a year old. I just upgraded it, because I had an old one. The one I had before was a 6. And I just finally upgraded it. Because I was just, you know what, fine. I mainly upgraded it for the camera that I eventually am going to use. I'm not using it yet, but that's why I upgraded it. So that when I do get a new model, I'll use that camera. Let's see. The billing shouldn't affect the streaming unless the internet is out. Do-do. Do-do. Do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Do. Da-da-da-da. Woody. Should I start with that side? Or with this side? It looks clean. Did I clean that? That looks like I did. Okay. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just do this. Do. 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 And there we go. And there we go. Oh, I know that I feel waiting time. Let I go one way. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Well, I've been finding it's been harder to sing lately. I think it's because of my throat's been all messed up. Probably too much sugar. My goodness. Gotta stop that sugar. Although I have been stopping sugar. But every once in a while, I'll have something. I'll have something. It's been more difficult. Either that or I'm going deaf in an ear. Probably what's going on. Deaf guys, no. No. I'm dying. I'm dying. Do. I am dying. I am dying. Do. But I know one way that I can be leaning. I must draw, but I can't even write a word. What word shall you write? Write a word. Just write a and then word. There you go. You wrote a word. Do. I don't know. I don't know. Write bee. You know, like a bumblebee. Bumblebee. Do. Da. I mean, like, literally, I can't write. I see. I cannot write literally. Not at the moment. I see. In that case, I don't know. Then get something to write with. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what I do in that place that I go. I don't know what I do, but I see right through. Oh, I don't know what I do, what I see, what I do. I don't know. Mixed up the Hara Bros candy with the edibles. Oh my gosh, don't do that. Do not do that. 'Cause that is bad. And you know it. That is bad. And you know it. Okay. Should I do the other side? There's a cat over there. Oh, I can't spray. I didn't mean to. Cat over there. It is a very boring neighborhood. Anyway. Let's work on here. Nice. Another one done. Another one bites the dust. Do. Another one bites the dust. Do. I'm still alive, promise. You are alive. No, don't die. Dying isn't good. Dying is bad. It is. It can be. It certainly can be. Woody. My goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do. My gosh. There we go. Gotta make sure all of it's clean. I don't think I did that over here. Let me go ahead and do that. To do. Whoa. Get cleaned. And see, the scary part is I remember everything from the 901 It's called to leaving the hospital. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Terrible. Terrible. So terrible. Good thing you're all right. Let's see. I think the last time I had to go to the hospital was when I fell out of this a moving, well, more like I was getting out of the moving vehicle, and then the person driving the moving vehicle drove off while I was still in, you know, halfway in the moving vehicle, and then I got thrown, like I got dragged along with it, and I slammed my head first into the asphalt. Somehow I didn't die, but I did kind of like, it was like a micro fracture on my skull. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I was back when I was like an instructor. I was an instructor for this cadet academy for like high school kids. And yeah, the kid it was like we were practicing for an event. I think their graduation scenario, to show like their parents like what they learned there and stuff like that. And well, while we're practicing, I was trying to get out of the vehicle at one point just so I can watch them, you know, from the side while they do their thing. And then he drove off before I could even get out. And yeah, it's definitely kind of my fault. I should have not trusted a a high school kid to not be all amped up. And my goodness. My goodness. That was funny. That was funny, but I survived. Actually, what didn't turn out to be that bad, to be honest. Although I should have been worse off, I was perfectly fine. Aside from the cut on my head and the microfracture. Teenagers scared the living hell out of me. They do, and they should. All those hormones make them make bad decisions, bad choices. It's technically not their fault. It's just it's just that time of your life. You're kind of just dumb. Woody. I can't say I was any different, to be honest. Missing doors. I'm guessing I didn't finish one of the doors. But yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. But a learning experience. We are all dumb as teens. Very true. That is very true. At the same time, you don't even realize you're dumb. Always thinking that they know best. But it happens. It happens. It's how it is. See, now I know I'm stupid. Look at the mix-up I did. Oh my gosh. No, everything's alright. It's one of those things that do eventually, you know. I mean, you'll literally grow out of that. Grow out of being so dumb. I mean, I would hope so. Woody. Because I think the brain is not fully developed until after actually, what is it, like 25 is when your brain is fully developed. You know, I found out for men it's actually much later than 25, which does make sense. I think it's like around like, shoot, what was it for men? I think it's like in their 40s is when they're finally fully And their brain's fully matured. Yeah, 25 is, you know, normal. Although they did use the word mature, so perhaps the brain is developed by 25, but the maturity of the brain is not yet fully done for men. Do 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 do. And I'm glad. Maybe it was 30. I actually don't remember what the age was. So I do remember it was a little way past 25. Now think about it. That was just a passing tidbit I learned. Do-do. Do-do-do. Woody, woody, woody. Do-do. Maybe early 30s? Maybe. Maybe it was 35, that's what I'm thinking of. Or 32 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Well, it's really not that important. Just a fun thing this. Do-do. Do-do-do. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Saltine crackers. I don't even know why. I think I'm just hungry now. Oh, wow. Roof just magically gets done. Do-do-do. I think the brain develops to what the person does and think and is more set in stone after development because there are entitled adults out there. That's true. I think it does, you know, nurture does take, is a big part of it. Because if they don't, you know, actually, you know, become better people by that point, it becomes harder past 25 to do things. Although not impossible, you can still learn things, you can still change, but it becomes a bit more difficult. And of course, when it comes to change, you have to want to change, or else it's not going to happen. Da-da-da. Which is why, you know, trying to help people be better, better is hard, because unless they want to be better, it's not gonna work. Which could be very frustrating. Very frustrating. Do. Da da do. Da 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 do. Da do. Almost got it. Almost done. Da 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 da. Nice. Now we just need the doors. I think I missed. Is it this one? Or maybe it's the other door. It's the other door. This one. It was this one. And done. Look at that. 100% clean. Oh, we get to see what I've done. I do like that. You can see kind of went to the other side. Yeah, just... Oh, it's so satisfying looking at it like that. And I'm right there. Oh, it's quite nice. We've done it. We've done it. Oh yeah, nature too. I would say nature is a part of it as well. But I do think nurture is a big part as well. Like, you know, culture. Culture is a big part of it. At least I think so. But we have done it. Yeah, I think this was going to be a shorter stream. I was just going to do the one thing. I was mainly wanted to just tell everybody I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks. And I'll return. And I'm also the Discord. I'm probably going to shut the Discord down, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to still post things on you know, on the YouTube community posts and as well as Twitter. I'll do Twitter as well, which I haven't been doing for the daily stuff, but Maybe I'll go back to doing daily Twitter posts as well, but maybe not of I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I'll have 2 weeks to think about that. But yeah, I mean, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed all the memes everybody put down and stuff like that. It's just I personally am not like don't use it all that much, you know. And I feel kind of guilty just having this thing here that I don't really put anything in there. Mm-mm-mm. So it's kind of like why'd have this if I don't do anything with it. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I was never a social media kind of person, you know. Back like even like I never really did Facebook even when that was a big thing. I never like Twitter. I only got into Twitter because of I was streaming because I started doing streaming. Like before that, I never did Twitter at all. So I've never been a a social media kind of person. Hmm. So I've never got into the habit of constantly posting things or sharing things and stuff like that. I've always kept things to myself or things like that. Hmm. Or I just didn't see the need to share things. I would just do things, you know. But yeah. Well, mhm. The back the backshot roulette joke has never died. Hmm. Oh man, I can't believe I fell for that. That was so kind of oh man. Luckily, I wasn't the only one. If well, I shouldn't say luckily. It's just more people also fell for that one because it's the first option, or it's like the second option, or at least it used to be. It used to be the first or second option. Yeah, and I just picked the first. I didn't even like really read it. Oh, I will forever remember it. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Once it was shown to me, like, oh, I should probably fix that. Oh, but that was good times. Good times. Good old times. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. Woody, Woody. I will definitely be returning in 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm not stopping or anything, so don't be worried about that. I'm just gonna use that time to really think about what I actually want to do with streaming, because I feel like I've been very stale lately, you know. Mm-mm-mm. So just gotta figure that out. Mm-mm-mm. Go back to what I used to be doing, which was improve every week, doing something to improve every week, even if it was really small, because I'm too complacent, too complacent. Hmm. At least I think so. But I do hope you all have a good rest of your day. Hmm. And I shall see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, goodbye. I'll go save my poems. Oh yeah, yeah. Go save your poems. Yeah, do save your stuff. I'll do it in I'll give you guys enough time. I'll do it in maybe in a week or or two. I'll leave it up. Let you guys get anything you want, and then I'll get rid of it. Mm-hmm. So I won't do it immediately, but do probably get on that if you want to keep anything. Hmm. I should probably post in the Discord itself to let people know I'm going to do that. Hmm. So yeah. Anyway, goodbye everyone, and have a good day. Good day. Good rest of your day. Goodbye. Goodbye.